Geminis or Gemini cross watchers. Welcome to Sienna Sunshine Tarot, or welcome back to Sienna Sunshine Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a love reading for you. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the past, 3 cards from the present, and 3 cards from the future. Speaking of your love interest, the energies in your love interest or your relationship, your romantic life, if you will. So, it looks like in the past, someone could have been it could have seemed that someone in this love connection was closed off with their emotions and was seeming very calm despite, like, what I get from this for some reason is that someone was kind of asking for a lot of attention or like doing weird things in this love connection in order to get attention, but the other person just remained stable, which I see as you. I see that you were the person doing this, that you were just kind of remaining stable, unless it was you who was kind of like wondering why the other person was seeming not necessarily cold, but like, and they were offering affection, but they just weren't. Like, if you guys are used to arguing, or if you're used to some kind of like tension or something like that between you and this other person, it was like the other person was just being very like, how's it going? Like very just like nice, but not like overly loving either, if that makes sense. Anyways, it looks like within this love connection, there's kind of a solid foundation being built. You could be dealing with a Leo, or a fire sign, an air sign. So it looks like someone in this situation, in this love connection, was feeling a lot of self-doubt also, feeling kind of trapped and like stuck, if you will. Like this butterfly, it probably could fly away, but it's like, it won't. It's scared. Maybe there's something that you wanted to do or something that you wanted to tell this person or that they wanted to tell you, and you're kind of holding a lot within yourself. So maybe I think that could be whoever this person was that was just seeming like, yep, okay, yep, like just being, I don't know how to explain that exactly. I hope that makes sense to you, but they were like not necessarily being mean, not necessarily being anything, like not anything you could really call out, but they just weren't being like, they weren't all over you, if you will, or you weren't all over them. And whoever that person was in the relationship, I think it served this connection or this relationship well, because it kind of allowed the other person to like feel comfortable and feel like, oh, okay, like there doesn't always need to be a problem. There doesn't always need to be something to be upset about or for me to worry. In this love connection, I can just feel like things are going to be consistent, like, okay. But at the same time, whoever was acting that way, whoever was, I guess the word for it would kind of be like aloof, somewhat aloof. It was because they were having self-doubt about something that was going on. And they were kind of feeling maybe trapped or powerless in this situation. It could go 2 ways, actually. This is for some people that the person that was acting this way, it's because they're feeling trapped within themselves, or feeling like there's something that they can't do or say, or they're just not feeling fully themselves, or kind of feeling like they're not sure what to do. They're overthinking a lot, if you will. And so that's why they're behaving this way, like the Strength card. Or since the other person was acting this way, like I'm saying, there's one person, either you or the other person, who is being like this, it caused the other person to kind of feel powerless and like, okay, I don't really have an effect on this person. Like they weren't being very emotional towards you or affectionate. Not necessarily that they weren't at all, but like they weren't seeming that affectionate, so it caused the other person to feel like powerless and like they don't, like there's nothing they can say to get the other person's attention in the way that they want. Like they were just getting like kind of short answers Your person was being fairly short, but not necessarily rude. You know? Hopefully. Yeah. So that was all in the past. Jeez. So in the present, it looks like something is changing within this relationship, and it could be that you're not really sure after whatever happened. Like, that wasn't necessarily... It's not necessarily like there was some huge conflict or problem, but it was just weird. Like, someone was acting weird. And so in the present, it's kind of like... It seems like this person did that, or that needed to happen in this love connection in order for things to take a different path. Like, maybe someone was feeling stagnant within this relationship and or within this love connection, like things were moving forward in the way that they wanted to, or they really just maybe needed some time to themselves. So things kind of changed between you and this other person. If you were the person who was holding back like this or feeling trapped and powerless, that's going to change. It's not going to last forever. And once you or this other person comes out of that feeling, out of acting like this, things change, and you or the other person might not really be sure where things are going to go from that point. So once things kind of change, it's like you gain a new perspective or they gain some new perspective. If you guys are in communication, there's some new perspective that's gained, but then with knowing that, it's like, okay, what now though? You know, it's kind of like, or what I also see is like someone tried to like have the same energy, tried to turn it back on the other person and do the same thing, and it's kind of just like, well, like, now we're both acting like this, what do we do now? And I think what solves that, this is like a very specific reading, but like, someone tried to treat the other person the same way that they were treating them, or it just got turned that way to where whoever was behaving weirdly, whoever was feeling trapped and powerless came out of that. It just shifted something in the dynamic, something in how you both were feeling, how one of you guys was feeling. So it's kind of just like, okay, I'm not sure what's going to happen now. After that, it was weird. I'm not really sure what even happened, but whatever happened is in the past. Now it's changed, and now I'm feeling something new, but I don't know where it's going. And I think what happens is someone just comes forward with an offer of love, or someone comes back and is more passionate, kind of maybe comes towards you and is like, just offers love. Doesn't mention this, doesn't mention any weirdness. It doesn't look like this person could be dealing with a water sign, air sign, in your present. But it looks like this person comes forward with just some emotion, some love, some caringness, maybe compliments you, I don't know, or you compliment them, come towards them with love, and there's no discussion of this. It's kind of just put in the past, I think. Because it looks like in the future here, your connection strengthens. It looks like you guys are both giving equal give and take of love, of emotion. Like, you're giving your love and affection, they're giving their love and affection. And if you guys hadn't been communicating in this time, soon in the present or in the present energies, there is someone who is either thinking about coming forward and offering some emotion to you, being emotionally open more so than they were in the past, or they're going to come forward and give you some emotion, give you some love. And yeah, then it's just kind of balanced, and it looks like you guys are kind of strengthened by whatever happened. And again, there's just complete balance of love on both sides that you're offering to each other, and you're feeling very passionate in the future towards each other. And it looks like someone is maybe going to get creative, maybe stir up something new, not in like in a bad way, like a dramatic way or anything, like kind of just like, I don't know, be more flirty than they usually are towards you, or you're going to be more flirty towards the other person, and one person is just going to be very watchful at the other and just like watching whatever this person is trying to start new creatively, like they just bring something new to this connection, if you will. And they want to see your reaction. They watch you. Looks like this person loves you. Looks like you love this person. And if it's kind of confusing right now, so you don't know what just happened in the past with that weird stuff, eventually it makes sense and you guys just are consistent in offering love to each other. So if that makes sense to you, I hope you enjoyed that portion of your reading. Oh, I should actually keep these out. Whoops. So I'm going to pull an Angels of Atlantis card for you. These are kind of just like, this could relate to this situation, you know, however you're feeling, however this changes. If you're in this portion of the reading where you're not sure what's going on, you're not sure what to do with your future, these cards can offer some guidance in that situation, or what you can do to help that, what you can do to help the situation, or it could just be something, a message from the angels that you generally need to hear. So, you got the card of gratitude, Zadkiel, I think that's how you pronounce it. I read it from the book because I think the messages are good in the book. I like the way it tells you about the card. Okay, so gratitude. You have chosen this card to remind you of the bounty recently received and how important it is to be grateful for gifts. In truth, our planet is filled with such fruits of grace if we allow ourselves to see them. Zadkiel teaches us to open up our hearts and to reveal generosity and kindness to others. There is no scarcity in the place of ultimate well-being and joy we know as the source. Loss is only a condition created on planet Earth in our constant desire to possess more. Therefore, allow your own gifts to inform others on your path, bestowing that refined sense of joy wherever you are. Chant Ah to release the conviction of love from your heart. So, if you're into chanting, you can chant Ah to release the conviction of love from your heart. And I think when this person comes forward with this love, to relate this to the situation, if this has some kind of different message with you, for if this resonates something else in your life, then relate it to that. But if you're offering this person this love, or they're offering it to you, I think it's just important to be grateful for this connection, because it looks like it's not something that's necessarily weighing either of you down. Someone was filled with self-doubt here for a second, but that was more, it seemed like it was more of a personal thing. More of someone's issue on one side, not of an issue in the connection or the relationship. So have gratitude for the other person and for the connection, and that will help get you through not knowing where this might go in the future, or what your future holds with this person. So I'm also going to pull a Dream Virtue card. This is an oracle card, and this could relate to this love interest again, or it could just be a general message for you in your life. So the card that she got is study, which this could just be, you need to go study instead of watching this video. Turn this off and go study if you're in school, or if there's something that you've been meaning to study, go on and study it. Anyways, the card says, reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So if that's just a message for you about your career, then take that. Go study whatever you need to study or learn about for your career, if there is something that you've been wanting to study or that you need to study. And also, it could be like in the future how this person is studying the other person, studying the reaction. It could just be like you'll gain the clarity and understanding that you need in this situation by paying attention to the other person, and or maybe doing some research if on dealing with issues of self-doubt, of feeling powerless, you know, of putting yourself in a state of victimhood, or if the other person is dealing with that, just research to understand how to pull yourself out of that or how to go about that issue. Yeah. So thank you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you enjoy your day or night.